Weekly. This.
It's Cartridge Club Weekly.
You just stole my... Listen, I already told you I'm having a bad week and now you're stealing my bit.
Sorry, dude. I'm trying to help you take the weight off your shoulders.
What's the Cartridge Club?
The Cartridge Club is it's a club for gaming enthusiasts. If you are passionate about video games in any way, shape, or form, you have found your home, my good friend. You can actually... we should probably always say cartridgeclub.org, eh?
Yeah.
That's where you can find everything. That's where all of our members hang out. We got forums. We got content creators putting stuff up like this show right here.
If you're watching this show live on Twitch, or if you're watching it post live, I guess in the old Cartridge Club page or YouTube channel or wherever, you'll notice we're in a different scenario from normally. Did a little rearranging in the games room. It's still work in progress, sort of.
Yeah, this is trial week.
We're working on some lighting things. This is clearly not ideal.
Yeah.
We're the 80% solution. Oh, have I told you I work at a leadership school where the chief who's in charge of it says that the 80% solution is what we should aim for every time?
Yes.
Which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I hate that phrase. So,
I don't know what you're talking about.
What's the show? What can I expect if I'm a first-time listener? Joviality?
You know what? Honestly, I'm having a hard time answering that question. This changes so much lately. I don't know what we're doing. We're going to talk about what we've been doing this week.
Yeah. Cool.
Then we're going to answer some questions from the community.
Yeah, but we're going to start with some announcements.
Some big announcements.
For the Cartridge Club.
And if you're curious how to get involved with the Cartridge Club, other than cartridgeclub.org, what other way can people get connected?
Well, we have a Discord.
What?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
And I don't just mean arguing on the internet.
There's a lot of that.
There is.
There's a lot of Discord.
But we have a Discord server. You can find the link. So the Discord server is set up as a general chat for club members. Discord's like ICQ. I guess that's dating myself.
Yeah.
It's like internet bulletin boards.
Hey, what was that? What was it, like IRC or MIRC or something? That was for like the really computer savvy. It was like ICQ for savvy.
Yeah. ASL.
No.
That's all I need to know. No?
What is that? Oh, yeah. No, not.
Discord's like, think of it like MSN Messenger. Nope. So it's like a free flowing online bulletin board, a way to communicate with each other. It's like a direct messenger to other people. But it was set up with different channels.
It's like,
so there's an Xbox channel, there's a Nintendo channel, there's a music channel, there's a movies channel. There's a channel you can go to if you just want to sob uncontrollably. Yeah. Spend a lot of time in there. Oh boy. Yeah, it's the link to get there is actually pinned to my Twitter. So if you go to @CartridgeBros on Twitter.
Good to know.
The invite there to join is pinned there. Come have a chat with us.
You know what? A long time ago, I stopped using Discord. Has it been active?
No.
Should I be logging back into
We
Discord?
are reactivating it now. So there is currently some Cartridge Club Twitter group chats to cover things like Microsoft, Xbox, Sony PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. But those are exclusive because you have to be invited to them to get in there. And then, I can't have my cell phone at work, so I come out of work every day to 100 notifications or so.
Gotcha.
But with Discord, also anybody who's added to the group after the fact, they can't see the chat previously. And because it's Twitter, you can't edit it because people don't make mistakes, so why would you have to edit it?
You can edit in Discord?
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
good to know.
Discord's great because you can go in, jump into a channel, have a quick chat. You can scroll back through. If you're jumping in the middle of a conversation, you can find out what's going on before you open your mouth and sound like an asshole. I'm looking at you, P1.
What?
And it's a great way to talk to people and get involved. Definitely recommend checking that out.
I agree completely.
One of the things you can talk about is the game of the month.
What's that?
It's a game we play every month.
So the Cartridge Club originally started as a book club for games?
It seems that way, yeah.
I can't read the chat and it's killing me.
That's
Musty's saying stuff and I can't see it.
It looks like he said, haha, P2 can't read the chat.
What? Did he say?
Yeah. Nope, he didn't say that. I purposely put that light right in your face. Are you kidding me?
I can't read it.
This is an audio show. You don't have to be able to read the chat.
I need to know what Musty's saying. It's killing me. It's eating me up inside.
You can see it after when you watch the video.
All right. Musty, type.
What are we playing for February?
Caps.
What are we playing for February? Cartridge Club Prime.
Cartridge Club Prime. What Prime? Whatever. Oh, Odin Sphere. Haven't started it yet. I've been hearing a lot of good things though.
The combat is super smooth.
Is it better than what's that?
Muramasa.
Yeah. I didn't like that. Come
yes.
on, don't let me down.
Yep.
All right. Cool. Good.
Way better.
Okay. Good. It looks beautiful, just like Muramasa did. Really.
It's super rewarding. The combat is super rewarding. Got to get that S.
What's S? Oh, there's ranks?
Yeah,
so
ranking.
It's like mission based?
Yeah. Got to get that.
What's the time
Gotta
to beat
get
this
that.
game? You thinking like
I heard it's a
5
relatively
hours?
short game, somewhere in the range of 20 to 30 hours.
Are you kidding?
No.
Didn't we just do a 20 to 30 hour game?
I'm on hour 4, and I'm still on the fifth chapter of the first character, and there's like 6 characters. And I think they each have 5
you have
chapters.
to play different characters?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
mix it up.
Cool,
You play as
cool.
Gwendolyn, you play as Oswald, you play a little bit as
All
Velvet,
right,
you
so
play as Cornelius.
you got through Dark Cloud, you get through Atmosphere, and the next month we have a little bit of a break.
Yeah, we're definitely taking it easy next
Okay,
month.
good,
Light game,
Good.
The Last of Us,
Is it?
next month.
I thought it was Kingdom
Yeah,
Hearts.
no, we're going for that. We're going for that emotional struggle next month.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But what are we playing in? Stop trying to read the chat. What are we playing in Cartridge
Hey, Josh.
Club Portable?
Portable? I don't even know.
Metroid.
Fusion?
Fusion.
Fusion won the vote?
Yeah, because it's the better Game Boy Advance game.
Well, I mean, Zero Mission's the better
Hmm.
Game Boy Advance game.
No, if it was, it would have won.
Yeah,
Clearly,
no.
the most appropriate always wins. The best always wins.
That's not how it works.
That's how democracy works.
No, I see. Fusion is good. I love Fusion, but it was what they made. You know, it was the first go, and then they improved on with Zero Mission. Yeah, but both are great, and Zero Mission is a remake of the first. So.
So you can play both of those games. You can come chat about them in the forums over at www.cartridgeclub.org. I am talking to you.
Yeah, cartridgeclub.org. That's where you can find all that stuff.
While you're over there, you can jump into the Cartridge Club Console Complete Challenge.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Complete
C's.
Console Challenge.
Complete.
Where we were trying to
Cartridge
beat
Club Complete Console Challenge.
collectively as a group every Super Nintendo
Something like
game.
that is impressive. Some
Dean
people are
Lasagna
killing
has
it,
done
man.
like 16 games.
That was the last time I heard. He's probably done more than
He's
that.
a beast.
He is a beast.
Miles
Of
and
course.
Joe were trying to sneak up on him and tag team him, go to the first place there, but Caleb let the cat out of the bag and let them know.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
No longer a sneak attack.
No. In a 10-day span, he beat Evo, Brainlord, Chrono Trigger.
He beat Brainlord?
I don't know. He might not have beat Brainlord.
Oh, man, I love Brainlord. Nobody talks about Brainlord.
Actually, I think Trav was playing that on last Polykill. I think he mentioned it.
Hey, Trav's playing Brainlord?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Trav,
Or he beat it.
you are the bomb,
I
dude.
think he beat it.
Trav likes good games.
Or he added it to his
except for
backlog. I can't remember.
he likes mostly good games.
He likes games.
He does like games, yeah.
And February 10th coming up fast. Make sure you subscribe to www.twitch.tv/buried on Mars
That's coming up.
for the charity live stream in memoriam of Kevin's father.
Yep.
You don't want to miss that. Lots of club members getting involved for this. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah. I'm going to be
Moderating.
moderating a. Actually, me and Josh are going to be live together.
Nice.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah. I'll probably just be saying stupid things like this. Much like this show.
Yeah. There you go. And
It'll
you'll
be
be able to,
awesome.
and you'll be
Look
able to
forward to
read
it.
the chat. It'll be encouraged at that point.
Yeah, I can read the chat. It's going to be awesome. What's that, Musty?
I can't believe this.
What's that say? Oh, yeah. See, hey, Josh. All right.
I don't think I have any more announcements.
Is that it for announcements, really? No videos coming up? No top 50 somewhat games for a certain
No. That was Sega?
certain brand?
No.
All right.
No. Every
That's
time
all right.
somebody asks me, I delay it a week.
All I know is I'm pretty sure we have a bet about Pam getting hers out first, so keep delaying it, baby.
That's it for announcements. Let's move on to another little segment that I like to call, Hey, Mark, what'd you do?
I've never heard of that segment.
Yeah, just made it up.
I like it.
This week, what'd you do?
What did I do? Okay. Here's something weird that I don't know if anybody's talking about it or not, but I watched this Godzilla anime on Netflix. Have you heard of this? It's a Netflix original, I'm pretty sure,
Nope.
and it's an anime, but it's Godzilla based. It's
Okay.
based in the Godzilla franchise
Yeah.
universe. Pretty cool concept.
I'm not big enough into Godzilla for that to be a thing I'd be interested in.
Oh, it's cool. It's not really a Godzilla. It's more like
Like
more like Attack on Titan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so kaiju start showing up, like big monsters start showing up, and they're wrecking house, but we're managing to take them all down.
Nice.
And then
Because
finally,
humanity will persevere.
and then the last one that shows up is Godzilla, and he wrecks everybody. And so the few survivors leave the Earth, and they go on this like colony thing. They can't find a new home. They're running out of resources, so they have to go back to Earth. And
Did you just spoil this whole series?
No. And then so they get back to Earth, and then they have
No,
to.
I'm about to now.
And then they have to, try and figure out a way to defeat Godzilla so they can return to Earth because there's nowhere else to go.
Do they beat him?
I'm not going to tell you that.
Guess I don't need to watch this.
But this is just part one. I will mention that.
Just if they beat him, try to read the chat. And if they don't beat him,
Wait, hold on.
Ignore the chat.
That's a trick. But I wonder if anybody else watched it, though. Yeah, I'm curious. I didn't know, but I just happened to...
They can message you directly at Cartridge Bros P2.
I love
Or
Netflix.
they can talk about it at the on the Discord.
Yeah. Oh, should I be on there?
Yeah, you should be on there.
Could I talk about Godzilla on
Well,
there?
you should only be on there as often as you're on the forums.
So, actually, I thought about deleting Twitter and just being a forum posting guy.
That's it? Yeah?
Yeah.
How'd that
I feel
go?
like I can only do one thing at a time.
That's it.
And
It's not Facebook.
it's definitely not Facebook. No.
Yeah.
No. Anyway, yeah. So I watched Godzilla. How about you? You watch anything weird lately?
No. A couple of episodes of The Good Place. Actually, an episode and a half.
Oh.
So since last week, I watched an episode and a half. Of
Okay.
The Good Place.
And nothing else?
Last night, was it last night? 2 nights ago, Colleen and I watched an episode of The Bachelor.
Oh, yes.
So the premise is this.
I know what The Bachelor's about.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a wild ride.
Yeah, that's good stuff. You excited for the Super Bowl? That's this weekend, right? Or is it next weekend?
No, it's this weekend. Yeah, I was excited for it. It's hard to get excited when the Patriots just keep winning.
You know they're just going to win.
Like, are you excited for Tom Brady to get another ring? Is basically what you're asking me.
Yeah. I want Marky Mark to win it, dude.
Bill Belichick won the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
And they handed him the trophy. Like, this is a feat that most coaches don't do.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
He's done it so many times.
I don't know what any of these names are.
It's the trophy for winning his conference.
But what's the guy's name?
Bill Belichick. He's the coach of the Patriots.
And the trophy's named after him?
No, it should be, but it's not. So they handed him the trophy. Like, hey, congratulations, you won this.
Yeah.
And it was literally, without cracking a smile, complete disdain for this trophy, he took it in one hand and just passed it to a guy beside him.
Why? I don't.
It's like when you're at show and tell and somebody's like, here's my reel from fishing.
Yeah.
It's a Bassmaster 7000.
Right, pass it around.
And then you get it and you're like, I don't give a flying F.
I don't understand. So he has never won this before?
No, he's won it like 100 times.
Oh, so he just doesn't care anymore.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he wasn't getting it this whole time.
No,
although he obviously
he
should
wins
be.
it a lot. But
Okay.
he just...
Well, he should.
It was just like, all right, ooh, thanks for this. Appreciate that.
That's
I don't have
funny.
9 of those on my shelf.
The guy that like engraves the thing is so happy because he's had that stencil or whatever.
He just
He's
keeps
like,
doing
oh,
this.
thank God.
Yeah, all right, done. just had the 9 plates made up.
That's my
different
favorite
years.
one. Okay, here's a big thing. How about the XFL? You excited about that? First of all, did you hear about this?
I did hear that it's making a comeback.
Coming back, man. McMahon, he's excited.
The only thing about the XFL that I agree with,
There's something I don't know anything about it.
the original XFL, I don't know if the new XFL is going to have the same format.
Yeah.
But I agreed with how the original XFL pay structure was formatted.
Oh, now explain.
Now, this is going strictly off of memory from like 15 years ago, whenever this thing was out.
Yeah.
But players were paid. Are you kidding me? I'm talking to you.
And players are paid.
Players are paid a base amount based on their position, and they receive bonuses for individual performance, team wins,
I agree with
and
that.
championships.
I don't agree that you should get paid different depending on your position.
I definitely think the quarterback is worth more than the kicker.
That's tough, dude. I guess.
Is the guy who changes the bed sheets as important as the guy who operates on hearts?
No.
Because they're on the same team. Do they get paid
but
the
it's
same?
a sport. You can't win without everyone.
You could win without a kicker. I'm confident.
Okay, maybe a kicker. All right, fine. You can pay the kicker less, but nobody else.
I'm confident you could win
Your
without a kicker.
linebackers, you're not dead without your linebackers.
No, I do agree that football is the most
That's
pure
tough.
team sport.
It definitely 100%.
And I don't know what the variation was in pay for the different positions.
That is fascinating to me.
But what I
also
most
like
agreed with
they're
was
really strict on like you can't even have like a DUI. If you have a DUI, you can't play.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're really strict.
Meanwhile, can they still put their own names on the backs of the jerseys?
I don't know.
You hate me.
I know nothing of.
But yeah, I liked the pay for performance, not pay in the hopes of performance.
Oh, okay.
I actually think all jobs should take that method of everybody gets a base salary, and based on how good you are at the job, the more money you get. Like if you get my order right at McDonald's every time, you get extra money.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know what I mean?
That makes
If your till's never short at a grocery store, you get extra money.
Yeah.
If I think all jobs should be paid for performance, because then you'd have people actually trying.
Yeah, no, I can't argue that.
But
That makes sense. Okay, cool.
you'd have to come up with some weird metrics. I don't know how you would measure, like if you can clone 7 sheep.
Yeah, makes sense. I've been playing my Switch this week, dude. playing my Switch.
Yeah, me too.
Guess what I've been playing?
I'm gonna guess I am Setsuna.
That is correct. I feel like I'm getting quite a ways in now.
How far in are you?
I don't really know how to say it without spoilering things.
I was looking at my hours played on Switch yesterday.
Yeah.
70 hours in Breath of the Wild. Now, this is a game that I already put over 110 hours into on Wii U.
Oh,
so 70 hours in Breath of the Wild.
This.
99 hours Mario Odyssey. That's Colleen and Emily.
Right.
And me a very little bit.
Right.
110 hours on Splatoon 2.
Yeah.
And I think I was like 15 or 20 hours in I Am Setsuna.
Oh, that's pretty good then.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you had much further to go.
I had just...
See, the game could open up and I have no idea.
I don't know how to say where I am without spoilering it for people, and I'm trying to talk to you about it.
Yeah, and I don't know how far you were.
Juliana.
Yeah, okay. I know about her. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's where I am.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I'm past that.
She just died. I made that. If she dies in the game, I don't know. I made that up.
I won't say anything.
If she does, try to read the chat. And if she doesn't...
Anyway, I'm liking it, man. I'm not in love with it, but I really do like it. The soundtrack is a little bland.
Hey, Deej.
I don't hate it, but I like it. It's really hard to explain. Coming off Final Fantasy VIII is hard because I had a great fondness for that one. But I am still playing it, still getting through it.
Right.
Enjoying it. There is a part where you can fight like these harder versions of normal enemies. Do you remember this? The second instance of that, you get 3,000 experience points, which is a lot. You're used to getting like 42.
Wow.
And you get 3,000. So I found a way to kill them just by trying. And then eventually I figured out a way to do it, and then I just grinded like crazy.
Do you ever feel like that breaks the game for you? It makes it a little too easy?
Not really. I mean, the leveling up was becoming to the point where you were only getting levels for boss fights. Because like I said, I was only getting 42 experience, and then I was getting 3,000.
Right.
So it really, but now I'm caught up to the point where I can't beat those hard enemies again.
Gotcha.
So I know I'm ready to grind some more. So,
nice.
But anyway, yeah, no, I've been liking it. I like the characters. I've because of Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy series. I like my healers wearing white.
Well, it's proper.
And Setsuna wears white.
It seems fitting. They're pure. They're holy.
Yeah. I always I have a hard time with any game.
I mean, doctors wear white, so it makes sense.
Final Fantasy VII was rough for me because
your healer wears pink.
Well, I was okay with the pink. I was associating pink with healing. I was getting used to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to talk about anything else with that. But at the end of the game, my healer wasn't pink.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a hard time. I was like, who's my healer? And then I realized they're all my healers because anybody can do anything in that game. And I don't like to think of it that way anymore.
You need more control. You don't like freedom.
Now I'm starting to think maybe I just like women being healers. I don't know what that says about me. I play Final Fantasy once again.
You feel safer with women?
Yeah, maybe they're more caring, more comforting, more
less likely to F things up.
Yeah.
A guy would try and fix you with a hammer, whereas a woman would go, all right, we should probably diagnose what's wrong before you start hitting things with his hammer.
That's a great point. Women make the best healers, dude.
Yeah.
I also like them. Anyway. Anyway, let's move on.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm really liking the characters. I'm really liking the game.
Cool.
That's all I've been playing, really.
Breath of the Wild, Odin Sphere. That's it.
Yeah.
Literally it. That's all I've been doing.
All right.
Playing those two games. Listen to some podcasts from the club this week.
Yeah, I do. I have no notes. Oh, a bonus barrel just celebrated.
I feel like I missed
a
Media Mavens. I listened to their Black Mirror episode.
Oh, nice.
Which I enjoyed. It didn't make me want to watch the show anymore.
I've been thinking about that show.
Have you started watching it?
Black Mirror?
Yeah.
We talk about this every week.
I don't remember.
And you tell me how depressed you are and you think I'm crazy because I watch it?
Yeah. I remember now.
Oh, my God. Every week I talk about Black Mirror.
The Media Mavens episode that they just... I think it must have been the latest one. I thought I missed one because I thought a Polykill came out this Monday, but maybe I just missed that Polykill one from last week. I'm not sure.
I don't know what to tell you.
But, yeah, I've been doing some podcasts. So I listened to last Saturday. Yeah. Fandangos come out on Wednesdays now. They're weekly. But I listen to them on Saturdays because Friday's STC day.
Yes.
And then I'll listen to the Imitation STC shows afterwards.
I see. You like this one?
Yeah. Exactly like this one. STC's they're the groundbreaker. They're the format of let's do some banter back and forth and no real format and see where it goes.
Yeah.
And now we're all copying them.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. I always thought we should be like a bonus barrel show, but
only release an episode once a month,
we're just a 2-man group.
but sporadically.
What are you talking?
Like once this month, once in 2 months.
Yeah, but no, we've definitely adopted STC.
You think we should take the best person on the show and force him away? I'm kidding. Seiji wasn't forced anywhere.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, like I was saying, it's their 3-year anniversary, so congrats, guys.
Oh yes, congratulations, bonus barrel.
Bonus barrel.
So anyway, I was saying I listened to Fandango Saturday morning when I was
Yes.
rearranging my games room, which is me and the pups and some furniture moving.
This is an announcement. What you're about to say here.
Yeah, sort of. And so I was really
it
enjoying
is.
it, and I was like, you know what? I'd like to make this my regular Saturday morning routine, my Saturday morning Fandango, if you will.
I like it.
Listen to the show, and I thought about it, and it feels good to me to play retro games because we met those guys initially. We were like in the club, and it was all retro games at the time. So
Yeah, I guess it was.
I'm going to and I got permission before I decided to do this, but I'm going to starting this Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to the latest Retro Fandango in my games room while I play retro games, and I'm going to stream the whole thing.
Okay. That's a great idea.
So anybody who wants to come, so that way I don't have to be entertaining because I'm not that entertaining when I'm alone. You're lucky if I have pants on.
Yeah, that would be entertaining.
But it'll be me and whoever wants to come hang out, and we can just listen to Fandango together, like we're waking up after an overnight hangout session.
It's a great idea, man.
A little Saturday morning Fandango. So that's going to start this Saturday.
I love that they're weekly, by the way, and I love that they're shorter too. I've been enjoying them a lot.
Yeah, Kevin had a hell of a start to this year.
I know, man. I know.
Like, I was complaining in our Switch chat about like I had a shitty day there last week, and I came home to play Zelda and just sort of get rid of it all, wipe it away, and then Zelda frustrated me, and I complained. And the next day I listened to Kevin's, and it was like, and then I had to pay $16,000 for a new furnace, and I was just like,
man,
you know what, man? Maybe Zelda wasn't that bad. Perspective, right?
Yeah. Maybe those balls blowing off the hill wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got a lot of Nintendo news, dude.
Are we going to talk about
I
that?
feel like we need to talk about it.
All right, let's talk about it.
We're gonna go through it quick. First of all, Mario Kart Tour.
You know, Bill's going to give us the gears for turning this "What have we been up to" segment into a Nintendo.
Well, what I've been up to is reading this Nintendo news.
Okay.
Mario Kart Tour. What do you think of that? What's it gonna be like? A Mario Kart game on your phone?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't picture how it would work.
Nobody could picture how a Mario game would work, and they made Super Mario Run pretty good.
But that's an endless runner. Like I can picture that.
Well, maybe it's an endless driver.
But how do you?
I don't know, man. I'm not
Endless driver.
I'm not a video game developer. B, I'm not a cellular phone video game or mobile phone video game developer.
Anyway.
C, I don't really care about the game enough to wonder how they're going to make it to be entertaining.
Oh, I'm curious. I want to know. The other thing is Switch has now also outsold the Wii U.
Switch has officially outsold Wii U. Yeah.
In how many months?
Yeah,
8?
at the 9-month mark, I think it was.
Wow.
They released financials today or this week. Crazy numbers. They have sold they're the fastest selling console of all time.
Wow.
Globally. They're globally the fastest selling console of all time. Period. Full stop.
Crazy.
They are selling faster than anything else. And you can see an uptick. So it starts like this, and you can see there's a point when it goes like this.
Yeah.
And somebody hypothesized that point was when the stock started to meet the demand.
Ah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if you look at the Wii's line, it's just a straight line from the corner right to the top. It doesn't dip.
Yeah.
It was a cool graph. I retweeted it there this morning.
I seen that. That's where I seen it. Also,
crazy numbers.
Biggest point to make.
Mario Odyssey sold over 9 million units. Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted this.
Well, hold on. Before you even get to that.
Okay.
So, 14 million units. Digital
sales.
Like
14.8 million.
Yeah. Digital sales were
6.
like, I forget what they said. How $500,000. Anyway, it was only 5% of their total software sales were digital.
Yeah.
5%.
Yeah.
Doesn't that blow your mind? I thought the Switch would have been all digital.
Is that by dollar or by unit?
What does that mean?
Well, if it's by unit, people are buying more expensive physical games. Sorry, it's by dollar. Physical games are more expensive than some of the digital games.
It is by dollar. They said the amount.
Okay, then I would say that's because you're buying physical games that are $60 a piece US, $70 or $80 a piece Canadian.
But that's
Whereas
the point.
If you're buying, because their digital market, a lot of the sales on digital are their indie games. and those are like
But that's my
$20
point.
a piece.
Like, I understand that digital games are only going to be digitally sold, but we're talking about, we thought people were going to be buying the main games digitally.
Oh yeah, no, they're not.
And they're not. Like, that's blowing my mind.
Yeah.
5% is so little.
See, with the Switch coming was so first off, people want that physical cart in Nintendo because they know the value is never going to go away.
But my point is, you almost switched to digital.
Yeah.
And if you were going to switch, I figured it would be easy for everybody to switch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm baffled. I thought for sure that number would be maybe 20, 25, and even that would have me sweating. 5%, physical's not going anywhere.
I think that number is low. Appears to be lower because the cost of digital games is so much lower.
That's not. Digital games are going to be digital. But the fact that they're not buying the physical options as digital means physical's not going anywhere.
So you're surprised that they're buying physical
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild instead of digital.
This just means they're not going anywhere. Physical will stay.
No, I read on the internet that it's doomed.
That's my point. Even with the expensive cartridges, it's still staying around. You know what I'm saying? Blowing my mind. Anyway, the other big news, September is when Nintendo Online's dropping.
Yeah.
I can't believe all this came out this week.
Yeah. So Nintendo's, they tweeted September is when their paid online service begins.
Yeah.
And everybody responded with Virtual Console in September,
Yeah.
which is not what they said.
It's
not what they said.
I think that well, they already said you're going to get a catalog for subscribing. So it is sort of a virtual console. You get games.
Okay.
So unless people are meaning you go and you buy whatever.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Nintendo's going to start. So initially, when they talked about it was you pay for your virtual console. They said somewhere around $20 for the year.
Yeah, the whole year. That pricing is still
which is a third of what Microsoft and Sony charge.
Yes.
And then they said you're going to get your free games with it that are there always that rotate through.
Yes.
So Nintendo is sort of offering games with gold, PlayStation Plus, and Game Pass.
Yeah.
For $20 a year.
Yeah.
On the Nintendo libraries.
Yeah, that's going to be huge, man. That's crazy.
I mean, I'm excited for Game Pass. I think that's a big deal, but that's considerably more than $20 a year.
Yeah. The beauty of Game Pass is if I ever get an Xbox, I could just borrow yours.
Yeah.
Rent that for
when
month.
I deploy in July, you could take my Xbox One S.
Right.
Rent Game Pass and play whatever game you wanted.
For $10, just for $10, I'll play it for 1 month straight.
Play both of those Xbox games you're interested in.
And then give it back, yeah. The other announcement is something about Red Dead Redemption, but I don't care. All right, so let's move on.
Red Dead Redemption 2 coming October 26th.
No, we're not talking about this. Isn't a news show. So unless that's something you've been doing this week, we're not talking about it.
I haven't been doing that.
All right. Go make sure if you're curious about what's going on in the club, make sure you keep up with Now.
Yeah.
From Musty Hobbs' channel, Second Breakfast. And that is all I have for what I've been doing this week. Sure, I'm forgetting things. I've been watching The Office.
I hate my job.
Why do you hate your job, dude?
Just I work for people that are shitty people.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all.
I bag dead people, dude. It sucks.
Yeah, I guess that's... Yeah, but they don't complain.
Oh.
Did your boss ever come down and go, hey, does everybody have winter boots for this course that we've known about for 6 months that we leave for the field in 3 days?
I can't say I've had that happen, no.
Your boss pays attention. Other people die.
Yes.
All right. That's all I've been doing. That's all you've been doing.
All right, what's next? Questions?
Yeah, so the next part of the show is called Cartridge Club Answers, or CCAnswers.
Boom, coming at ya.
If you're in the Twitch chat and you want to ask a question, go ahead and ask it now. Use all caps, please, so we can make sure we pick it out. Also, if you are wondering how to get your question asked on the show, just go to Twitter and ask us anytime at all with the hashtag CCAnswers. Oh, I've been watching Critical Role. I guess I forgot to mention that.
What's that?
Oh, so I got a fun story for you.
All right, go.
So, Colleen went to bingo last night.
That's good.
We're going to roll into answers after this. Give you guys time to formulate those questions that I'm percolate.
Yeah, I'm sure they're coming.
Colleen went to... So I've been sleeping downstairs. I've been sleeping in the spare bedroom.
Oh, yeah?
Because I snore really bad.
Yeah, me too.
Which wakes her up at night. She's a very light sleeper.
Yeah.
So I snore. It wakes her up. She gets angry. So she slaps me, which wakes me up, which makes me angry.
Yeah.
But the problem is I could fall back asleep in about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Where it takes her like 10 minutes.
Right.
So she slaps me. I wake up. I get angry. I fall back asleep almost right away. Start snoring again. She slaps me. It's a constant struggle of I'm keeping her awake. She's smacking me awake. Neither one of us sleeps very well. So we started trying this separate rooms thing. Because Mom and Dad did it for a while.
Why doesn't she try earplugs? Megan does that now?
because I also roll around a lot in my sleep.
Oh my god,
And
dude!
apparently that is quite similar to being in Sea State 4.
What is that?
The whole bed moves.
Oh, I can get you some stuff that makes you not move while you sleep from work.
Oh yeah, is
I'm
it
not supposed
bondage?
to talk about. I'm not supposed to talk about it. No, it's just like a narcotic.
Oh yeah, you probably shouldn't.
I'm not allowed to talk about it.
All right, well, we'll talk after.
We'll edit that out.
If I want some, I'll try to read the Twitch chat, and if I don't want some, I won't.
I'm just kidding. I can't get that. I'm only making jokes. Don't tell my employer.
So anyway, I was sleeping downstairs. She was sleeping upstairs.
Yeah.
The dogs sleep downstairs in their kennel, and I am under strict orders to not let the dogs sleep with me because it's a bad habit for them, and it'll be tougher on her and them when I deploy.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
So last night it was like 9 o'clock, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lay in bed and I'm gonna watch some Critical Role on YouTube. And I looked at the dogs and I said, hey, Shadow and Cooper, do you guys want to come down and lay with me while I watch this? Because when Mom gets home, she'll come down and give me a kiss and tell me how she did at bingo if she had fun. And then that's when we'll put you in your kennels. And they're like, yeah, Dad, that sounds great. We'll come lay in the bed for a little bit.
Conversation you guys had,
and then we'll get in our kennels as soon as Mom gets home. We won't argue. And I was like, cool.
Right. You knew that she was just going to come home and go to bed.
I did not know.
You of course knew that.
She comes down.
Late.
She comes down and says hi every single time. So I went in there, brought the dogs in, and I fell asleep watching Critical Role there on my iPad.
Yeah.
And my alarm went off at 5, and I woke up, and so I normally sleep on my stomach facing whatever direction.
You sleep in your stomach?
In like the Mega Man position, like one arm under my head, one arm out,
I guess
one leg
remember
bent
that,
up,
actually.
one leg straight down. And when I woke up, all I could feel was like this pressure up against my butt.
Oh.
Like this heavy pressure, and my face was like, I felt like my face was under the blanket.
Yeah.
Turns out Shadow was curled up in a ball and pressed up against my butt as close as she could get without being inside me. And Cooper had fallen asleep like wrapped around my arm with his head on my arm looking at my face.
God.
So I woke up and I was like, you guys aren't supposed to be in here. So I got up, I got dressed. I was getting ready to take them to the park because I take them out before we go to work.
Right.
Colleen was upstairs and I said, you didn't come home. You didn't come down last night and say hi before you went to bed after bingo. And she was like, well, how do you? She said, yes, I did, but you were asleep, so I left you there.
Yeah.
I said, no, you didn't, because if you had come down there, you would have seen the dogs in bed, and you would have freaked out. And then she was like, why do the dogs sleep in your bed? Why are you lying about coming down and saying hi? Anyway, it was a good time.
Good stuff.
So that was Critical Role was on my iPad as well.
Long story short, I'm sure you learned your lesson.
Yeah.
And, that'll never happen again.
All right, so let's get to some answers. Let's get to some questions.
Let's do it. I see some caps.
I love my dogs, so that's basically where that comes from. They bring me joy.
Yeah. We can talk about
So
that
what's the
glitch.
first question here from Twitch as I bring them up on
Yeah. You
iPad.
should anyway because we're going to lose them because the chat is
First
flying.
question is from Duke. Are you mad at Breath of the Wild for that glitch? All right, so
Let's talk about the glitch.
I'm playing Breath of the Wild. I was doing Eventide Island. This is
Yeah.
So if you haven't played Breath of the Wild, brief spoiler here. It's a minuscule part of the game.
Eventide.
Minuscule part of the game. I'm going to spoil no stories or anything.
not a
There's an
spoiler.
island in the game where when you land on it, you lose all your gear and you have
That's a
to
spoiler. You didn't say that
complete
part.
3 challenges to get the balls and put them in the holes to open up a shrine.
Yeah.
And it's tough.
Yeah, it's pretty tough.
So I get there the first time. I land. I get everything done. I go to put my last ball in the hole, and I realize that it's not up on the pedestal with me, up on the ledge. And I was like, well, where is it? Because there's no way to walk up there. You have to climb. You can't carry the balls while you're climbing. So I look over. It's down in the water. So I was like, ugh. So I jump down in the water. I use the ice block. I get it out of the water. I carry it up as far up the mountain as I can, and then I'm trying to use stasis to hit it up onto the top.
Yeah. Can't you use your magnet?
No, they're not magnetic. So as I'm doing this,
God.
a blood moon happens.
Oh,
So everything respawns and is stronger. Anyway, I got really frustrated, and I thought it was a really cheap way to do things, and I turned the game off, and I really lost my mind in our
That doesn't sound like
Twitter
you.
chat.
Doesn't sound like you at all.
Unrealistic expectations. So I'm done with it. I was so frustrated. I was like, it's garbage. I love that Breath of the Wild is so in depth that things like the wind can affect the world.
Yeah,
but I thought it was garbage that I got cheaped out like this move, right?
Yeah, you got cheaped out because you sucked and you dropped the ball. I got it. So the physics that are in the game like the entire time,
So I went back
everywhere you go.
the next day. And I was trying to clear it, and something happened, and I died. Then I was trying to clear it again, something happened, and I died.
Oof.
And so then the third or the fourth time I land there, I get it cleared out again, and I get to that last one because I always do that one last.
Yeah.
And I get there, and I noticed the ball. I didn't pick it up this time. I left it on its pedestal, and I noticed the ball's not there.
What?
And I was like, what the F? And then I realized, so on Eventide Island, because you have no weapons, you have to scrounge for weapons, or do what I do, and just bomb the ever-living snot out of everything.
Yeah, I forgot that you use your bombs.
Well, the bombs move those balls.
Oh, my God.
So it turns out that the wind hadn't blown it off the edge at all. In my reckless bombing, I had exploded it into the water myself. So there was no glitch. The game works exactly the way it's intended, and I may have some irrational anger issues.
No, I don't believe that one bit. Yeah. All right. So you got over it. Did you finally beat it?
Yeah, I beat it.
Attaboy. For the second time. You beat it on Wii U, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
All right, what's next? Oh, I'm drinking U-Force tonight, by the way. We lost our AMP sponsor. Mostly because these are on for $2 for $1 now. And the citrus ones were actually on for 75 cents, which is amazing. So if you're at the Ultramar on Sackville Drive, pick some up.
If you're at the Ultramar on Sackville, well, actually, some people might be.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So next question here from Twitch is, from Rocket Sauce? When is the next CC Sega List video coming out? Good question. Now it will be 1 week after it was initially intended to come out.
You must have missed our conversation earlier.
Because every time somebody asks me, I add a week to these videos that are finished.
And Pam makes hers 1 week faster.
That's right. I'm just waiting until Pam gets into one video, and then I'm going to drop them out at the same time. Bam, bam.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Thanks for the question. And another question I'll take one from Twitter before we go to Twitch there.
Ryan has, he's probably saving that. I'm not going to say anything. All right, let's carry on. What's next?
I'm bringing them up.
I thought you were bringing them up already. There's more questions.
I stopped to tell my story. We'll answer that one next.
All right, which one is it? The one from Chris? Hey, Chris.
All right, so.
And Julian. Did I already say hi to Julian?
Mr. Frantic.
Oh, yeah, so he doesn't know when, Ryan.
No, I have no idea. Yeah. So Josh Leslie at Frantic Society asks.
Hey, Josh.
Nope. P2 asked.
Me?
You asked him.
Yeah.
And then
you said something, and I was like, all right, maybe I should.
Oh, no, sorry. So I have this argument with coworkers a lot.
Oh, yeah, good question.
What's worse for you? This is good because I'm drinking a coffee and you're drinking jet fuel.
Yeah, buddy.
What's worse for you, energy drinks or coffee? And then he says both would be sugar-free.
And he means, like, which do you think would be least healthy?
Yeah, definitely energy drinks.
What? Why?
That's straight poison.
But it is not. But it's the same thing as you're drinking.
No.
Well, not mine.
Just water
I don't drink sugar-free.
Dripped through dehydrated beans.
Yeah, all right. Well, what's mine?
Jet fuel.
What does that mean?
I'm sure you could
it's
actually...
water and caffeine and vitamin B. Do you get any vitamins from your coffee there? Getting any vitamins? Mine's a health food drink. Mine has to
Are
be...
you kidding me?
Mine has to be Canadian health food qualifications.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Where does it say that?
Every energy drink in Canada has to have vitamin B12.
Did you look this up?
To meet our health standards.
You don't do any prep. We've been hosting a Game of the Month show for 4.5 years.
I've known this.
For 4.5 years.
I've had this discussion.
We've been hosting a show that requires research.
It does not.
And you have never done any outside of going to Wikipedia and reading the description.
Oh, yeah.
And you're telling me you researched whether or not energy drinks in Canada had to pass health food regulations?
Well, I couldn't figure out how we were allowed to drink them here because I've had this discussion with people at work.
Poison, that's how.
Is that the ingredient?
There's acid in this. It's 120% of your recommended daily pantothenic acid. You know what?
That's the best That's
we
the best
have
acid
an
you can get.
actual biochemist in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Musty, tell us what's better for you: delicious sweet nectar of the gods coffee, or
did you see all the vitamins you get?
rat poison?
Oh, B6 and B12. 470% of my... I'm good for the next 4 days. Also, that acid that has in it is good for you. There's nothing bad in here. Maybe the sodium.
Musty raises a good point. If heroin had B12 in it, would that make it healthy?
Oh, well, I mean, it doesn't make it less healthy.
It's better than cocaine.
Right. It's better than non-B12 heroin, right?
I guess.
Your coffee's not giving you anything. What is it doing?
I don't know, man. I don't have my
Making you
I
urinate.
didn't have to research whether or not my coffee was going to kill me.
It's also important to note that I drink cream and sugar in my coffee, and not a little bit.
Yeah, no, a lot.
A lot of it. A lot of
Yeah.
it. I drink a lot of it.
Yeah. I drink my coffee black.
I like my stuff sweet.
And I drink my Red Bull sugar free.
Anyway, all I know is I got my B12s. You don't. End of discussion. Let's keep going.
There could be B12 in coffee. I drink Kenyan beans.
There's no way. Oh, maybe Kenyan beans. Okay. Anyway, did that answer the question? Anyway, Josh, I know what you mean, man. I have this discussion with people at my work too. I have a good time putting them to shame.
Sponsored by AMP.
No, not this week.
Duke's
U-Force. Unleash the Force. Boom, boom, boom. The best energy drink you can buy at your local gas station.
So you asked a question of Josh for his show and then for us for our show.
Right, because you chimed in.
Yeah. So you said if your employer said they would pay you your current wage to become a full-time Twitch streamer, would you do it? Would you have a shtick? I'm having a hard time thinking of anybody on the planet that. So how many hours a day do I have to Twitch stream?
Let's slow down here because I wouldn't do it.
What?
Yeah, I would rather keep my current job than sit in front of a camera.
You'd rather go to work and handle dead bodies and amputated limbs.
Yes.
Skin as it falls off the bone.
Yeah. I'm too
Then
awkward.
stay home with your child.
I wouldn't
And
be able
be a
to.
loving parent.
I'd be Twitch streaming. I'm not having my kid with me when I'm Twitch streaming.
Have you not seen Twitch lately? You can just put a camera on and walk around and do your chores.
I don't want people watching me like that.
I would put cameras everywhere.
I know you would.
Every
That's
room
why
of the
we have
house.
this. That's why we're doing all of this.
I suppose
I could never do this.
Yeah, 100%. If somebody said to me, I will pay you your salary and all I need to do is watch you day to day.
Yeah, play video games. That sounds amazing.
That's great.
Yeah, I couldn't do it though.
But
I love that you
effed.
could. I would do it maybe like not live.
I would even do it for considerably less than my current wage.
That's 8 hours a day.
Okay.
I couldn't do it, man. Couldn't do it.
Think of all the Koroks seeds I could find.
Yeah, you know what? I'm sure I could be convinced. Like if I have to be entertainment, that's why I asked if you'd have a shtick. Would you have a shtick?
Duke has a good rule that no, I wouldn't have a shtick. My whole life is a shtick.
Yeah, you could get by, but I couldn't. I would have to have something that I can lean on,
Just be you.
like a character. I would have to have
You
a
could
character.
pretend to be really good at games and judging of anybody who's not as good as you.
Like being the judgmentalist.
Yeah, you could.
How would people know that?
You
though?
could try to pretend to be that guy.
How could? I wouldn't be entertaining. I would lose my job, man. I'm good at my current job. I'm good at bagging people. Not good at being entertaining on camera.
Well, everybody's got their thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Imagine if you were so good at it, you got a bonus.
Yeah, that. I don't even know. Yeah. Anyway,
Duke's got a good point back to our energy drinks. If it has more ingredients than you have fingers, don't consume it.
good question. Let's check. Wow, I didn't know happiness is an ingredient.
Yeah,
My goodness.
that's good for you.
Caution: high caffeine content. No, let's skip that. Where is the ingredients? 1, 2, 3. All right, let's move on. Lots.
So, next question from Twitch.
Yeah, I gotta read some of this chat.
No, you don't. Is from Chris, the bass guy.
Yo, what up, Chris?
Bass guy.
Coming at
Jeez,
ya.
I hope he wasn't offended by that fly reel joke I made earlier.
He is the bass guy.
Whatever you say. He asks, are either of the Cartridge Bros going to Cartridge Con?
Yeah, great name though.
That is a great name.
Great name though.
So for those of you who are aware, and if you're going to Cartridge Con, you're probably aware,
Cartridge Con.
I'm in the Navy.
He is.
Actually, I read an article on Maclean's this week that said Canada gave up on its military and they just haven't realized it yet.
Ooh.
It was a scathing artickel.
Is that a Canadian
like
magazine?
98%
I don't know.
accurate.
McLean.
Yeah.
Well, that's good at least.
So I'm in the Navy, and I spent 4 years posted to a ship where I did a lot of sailing, and I just got posted to a shore unit where I'm supposed to stay for approximately 2 years, unless I get promoted. And if I get promoted, then I go right back to sea.
Guess what happened?
So good news, I got promoted.
Yay!
So I am going back to sea July 12th. I deploy for 6 months
Saving the earth.
over in the Mediterranean in that area.
Fighting the bugs.
So unfortunately, I am unable to attend Cartridge Con. It's kind of a bummer because I think there's like 15 or 20 or 30 people or something like that planned right now to go. There's going to be a Street Fighter
big crew,
tournament.
Big crew.
Musty was telling me about this
Travis
place
is
that
here.
they're going to book that has like arcades and stuff, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say that yet.
Hey, Jake.
Anyway, it's going to be a great time. Definitely can't wait. So Duke said, what am I going to do this time to make you cry? Because last time I deployed, Duke released a music
think of
video.
something.
There was a 2-week period.
It'll probably just be a live video of this.
Yeah, there was a 2-week period where I didn't have any access to Twitter or YouTube or anything. And then when I got finished that period, the first thing I saw was Duke's CC Unite video that he made with his family and everybody else in the club, and it made me cry a little bit.
Yeah,
because I'm a big softie. Well, the timing of when I leave to when I will probably have internet access again would put me at the point where I will be in a blackout state, internet-wise, not alcohol-wise,
well,
for the period that runs through Cartridge Con, which means while you're all there and celebrating and sharing and tweeting and picturing, Facebooking and live streaming and periscoping and vining, LinkedIning.
All right.
I won't be able to see any of it, so probably the first thing I see after that will be whatever video Duke made for Cartridge Con.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not going to be there.
Yeah. And I'm
not going to be there. My brother has a crippling fear of
social anxiety, I guess, is
the
proper diagnosis.
So, unfortunately, he's not going to be there either.
Yeah.
But it's going to be awesome. Musty was telling me, Musty and Trav and Diego were telling me some of the stuff they have planned. It's going to be an awesome time.
It's in good hands.
Super jealous I can't make it. But, I mean, we can't ever make it to PRGE. That's always awesome.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm really looking forward to hearing what everybody else has to do there.
Yeah.
So
and this is the first year.
This is the first year, yeah.
I hope it takes off.
Barry was the first.
But this is the first Cartridge Con.
Right. I don't know if we're going to do Chicago every year.
That's why it's
I think we should try and move it around to make it convenient for everyone. So it's not always just convenient for people in Barrie and Chicago.
Right. So what else could it be?
It's like Lollapalooza.
What's another city?
I don't know. That's something we'll have to come up with another time. We can't. We're not. Listen. If we even mention
Fort
a game,
Lauderdale Cartridge Con.
So thanks for the question, Chris. But unfortunately, no. But I do want to see your videos, and I want to see. Polykill says vote the bros out of the club.
That's Jake.
Yeah.
Hey, Jake.
Yeah, Jake. All right. Well, maybe. I guess you guys have a vote. It's democracy. That's how it works, right?
When they all get together, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, that's right. All right. This here's a bro-vention.
Who we Nixon here?
So next up, from Musty Hobbit, he asks,
Yo, what up, Musty?
You can permanently immortalize your most impressive gaming achievement or trophy.
Oh, my.
Even those from before achievements and trophies were a thing.
Ooh.
As a tattoo.
A tattoo.
What is the achievement, and what does the tattoo look like?
Oh, my. That is tough.
Yeah. What are you most proud of in gaming? What moment in gaming made you go, yep, I did that? Is yours Demon Souls related?
No, I was happy when I beat Demon Souls.
I know mine. Mine's easy.
Maybe getting that first star in N64 with my feet was cool, but
how would you get a tattoo of that?
Definitely wouldn't be an achievement, and I definitely wouldn't want a tattoo of it. Demon Souls is a good one.
I'm gonna make Pete 2 cry when I say mine.
No, you won't. Let me think here. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough question, man. That's tough. See, it's funny because I always think that anything I accomplish can't be that difficult. So it helps when I know that something is hard. Before I can't think of anything.
I would immortalize the 100% completion round of Super Metroid that I did with my brother live on Twitch for his bachelor party with a tattoo of Samus Aran holding a baby Metroid and the number 100 underneath.
That would be a good one. I would like that too.
You're tearing up. I could tell because the camera's glitching out.
But what's the hardest thing you've ever done?
I beat Demon Souls. That was pretty tough. Figured out why that ball kept blowing off the top of the mountain at Innistrad Island. It wouldn't be a tough thing for me. I don't know. I mean, I felt good about Shovel Knight when I did the boss rush there.
Oh, I know. In the first Silent Hill, there's this puzzle at the end of the game.
Beating Little Nemo with Emily when I think she was 12 at the time, 12 or 13.
Yeah, that is a hard game. Anyway, at the end of Silent Hill, there's these really hard puzzles at the very end. And we as a family, you might remember this, we're all trying to figure it out, and I figured it out. It had to go with
that is the new link for Nightbot there, Chris.
The legs of the people. I think it was how many legs they had or something. Anyway, I figured it out. Nobody else could figure it out. That was a pretty big achievement because it was something we all did together, and I was the one to figure it out. So that was pretty cool.
Would you get a tattoo of that? Maybe one of the nurses or Pyramid Head.
That's the thing with tattoos. I don't think I could ever do a tattoo. I'm very indecisive.
Yeah.
And I would
And that's
never.
a permanent decision.
Yeah, I would never be able to do it.
Yeah.
And if I was rich,
What about like a
filthy rich?
A hentai tattoo. Is that what they're called? Hentai?
Hentai.
What are they called? The
Definitely not hentai. You're thinking of something else, dude.
What are those little tattoos that are like, they're just like brown dots and you can wash them off? It starts with an H.
Henna.
Henna. That's it. Henna.
That's definitely the name of the show right there.
I'm going to have to Google that, see what that is.
Hentai tattoo. If anybody out there can think of any good hentai tattoos for my brother, please send him the links. And he will make that post haste. Oh, that's good stuff. Anyway, great question. Thank you, Musty. We got any more?
Yeah. We do have a question from Agent Poyo. And I think we had one from...
What up, Poyo?
So he says, did you guys ever play The Legend of Legacy? It's a spiritual successor to the Saga games with devs from those games that met with mixed reviews. Since Project Octopath Traveler looks Saga-like, I was curious. Their next game in March is titled The Alliance Alive. Yeah. I did. I bought Legend of Legacy for a 3DS. I bought the collector's edition. I played about 5 hours of it.
That game.
And I did not enjoy it.
You know what? I've never liked any of the Saga games.
Actually, I think I gave it away in Barrie.
I wanted to like the Saga games. They looked beautiful.
I think, did Joe get that one? I remember Bill saying, "Oh, this is a game Joe would like."
It looked like a Joe game for sure.
I'm pretty sure I gave that away to someone in Barrie. Very, very. Dean might have taken it. Anyway, I didn't.
When I told you not to buy that, and that other one that you got, that Sky one. What was that one?
There's a lot of times when I tell you Skyrim. When I tell you,
no, it was like Rodeo or something.
Oh yeah, Rodeo Sky Soldier. I didn't buy that.
You did buy that.
I pre-ordered it. I canceled the pre-order.
Right.
We do that all the time. I told you not to get Kingdom Battle, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Yeah, you did.
And you were like, no, I'm going to love it. And, and I was right.
Yeah. I remember. God, I did not like that game. I know everybody did, and it's definitely on me. But yeah. Anyway, what other question?
That's the last.
You said there was one that wasn't showing up or something.
No, I don't think so.
You just said that. You said I thought we had one from, and then you cut yourself off.
I read the names wrong.
All right.
I do have a question for you.
Oh my goodness!
So because Cartridge Con is not going to happen for us.
Yeah.
You have anything planned in place of that?
I'm hoping to go to. Are we talking about this?
Well, I think we should.
All right. Well, there's another con coming up.
Right.
That is before you leave.
Right.
That I'm hoping we can go to.
Might be the first time that you would have had to meet someone like Dean Lasagna.
I would love to meet Dean Lasagna.
Possibly the Q Dogs.
I'd love to meet I'd love to meet
Maybe
anybody.
Musty and Ryan.
I would definitely love to meet them too.
Julian.
Oh my God, is Julian going?
Maybe. Yep.
Oh my God.
So it's the Midwest Gaming Classic.
MGC.
So my vacation time has been approved. We're waiting for Mark's vacation time to get approved.
Yep.
And that is a potential spot that we might be able to hit. Basically, so a long time ago.
Oh my gosh, what's
good friend of the show?
Yeah, never mind.
Kevin gave us we were talking about going to Portland.
I remember that Portland was going to be the Mecca.
Yeah, and
I remember
we were coming up with reasons why we couldn't. Like, let's wait and save up and do it next year when it's the best. And Kevin said, if you have the opportunity to do it now. Yeah. Don't put it off, because if you don't grab those opportunities when you have them, there's always going to be something that.
And you know what? I don't want to make.
And then he made reference to needing a roof or.
I don't want to say that I'm going, because I also said I was going to Cartridge Con.
Right.
Things happen, and I don't want to.
But we're planning to go.
I don't want to have to keep reneging though.
Right. But we're planning to go.
Yeah, we are definitely planning to go. Yes.
Right. So
take that with a grain of salt.
When it's confirmed, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
As of right now, we're hoping to be there.
Yeah. I will find out.
Anyway, Kevin gave us good advice there. It was seize the bull by the horns.
Yeah. Get it while you can.
Grab the bull by the horns. Seize the day.
Seize it. Seize that bull.
Yeah.
Speaking of bull, did you hear that they're going to start selling weed at the liquor store?
Less than $10 a gram.
That is crazy. That is competitive wages.
I want to say
probably.
That even in a time when friends of mine would purchase marijuana illegally, that I believe they were paying $10 to $15 a gram.
$10 a gram is what it goes for right now, according to everybody at work.
That is crazy that they're coming in under market value.
Yeah, that's what they're going for, man. Yeah. They're trying to
Dirty scalpers. Those dirty pot scalpers.
Yeah, pot selling scalpers. Yeah.
Only 9 stores in Nova Scotia, though. I made
Yeah.
a tweet this week about only 9 stores to start, but I think that'll grow because I wanted to make a grow pun.
Oh, that's good.
And my buddy Dave went on to inform me why I was wrong, that it wouldn't be July 1st, that the Trudeau said this and this was going on with the Senate and stuff. And I was just like, Dave, I just want to make a grow pun.
So wait, it's supposed to be July 1st?
We don't know. This is currently in the Senate right now. The Senate said they want as much time as the House.
But
of
who
Commons
said July 1st?
Nobody ever said July 1st, apparently.
Then what are you talking about?
The news said July 1st.
That's what I'm
like
asking.
Everybody.
Okay,
Like
all right.
media.
Okay.
It's Unreal Media.
Yeah. Fake news.
Nope. Unreal Me. We don't use that term here.
All right, my mistake.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're just rambling on here. We should probably go.
Yeah. So that's the show.
Yeah, great show.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us on Twitch.
Yep.
If you're listening to this on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play, please head over to www.cartridgeclub.org. You can check out other great podcast videos and blogs. Oh, I wanted to do a new one for this week.
What?
Sugar.
A new outro?
Yeah.
Sugar?
Yeah.
What's the new outro?
It was,
you got this one memorized.
Thanks for listening, folks. We are a weekly show on cartridgeclub.org, but we're not the only show on cartridgeclub.org.
Huh.
Please head over there and check out the other great podcasts, videos, and blogs that are in our community.
What is that, STC?
No, it's IGN.
Oh, okay.
Nintendo Voice Chat. We're a weekly show at IGN, but we're not the only show at IGN.
We should start doing video game 20 questions and stuff. We should start stealing little bits of everybody's, and we will be the best show.
So we're going to be Breath of the Wild. We'll take a little bits of all the other games.
We will be an open-air podcast.
All right, just 2 mics while we start the chat.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we steal more ideas?
If you're already a member of the Cartridge Club, you can head to www.patreon.com/Cartridge Club. You can donate as much or as little as you like, and every cent donated goes to the club. I am Player 1.
I am Player 2.
CC
Unite.